Hey, everyone. In today's lesson, we are going to multiply trinomials. Woo-hoo. So let's get started. We got a lot of work to do. Same method as we do when we're multiplying binomials or any polynomials together. You just got to remember, you got to multiply everything in the first set of parentheses, everything in the second set of parentheses. So that's exactly what we're going to do. So here we go. We're going to take this 3x cubed and multiply it by each one. So a positive times a positive is a positive. 3 times 5 is 15. Then I'm multiplying, so I add those exponents. 3 and 3 is 6. Now I got to take the 3x cubed. Let's erase that. And we got to do it by the middle term. So let's change the color here. So I'm going to take this times this. If you want to put a 1 there, go ahead. A positive times a positive is a positive. 3 times 1 is 3. Then we got to add our exponents. X to the third times x squared is x to the fifth. And then we've got to go on to our next one. So I'm going to erase this again. And we're going to do 3x cubed times negative 3. A positive times a negative is a negative. 3 times 3 is 9. And we got to carry that x cubed along. So there, we did the 3x cubed by all three terms. Now we've got to go to the 2x squared. So let me change our color here. How about this color? I'm going to take this, you see how I circle the sign in front of it, times each one. Positive times a positive is a positive. 2 times 5 is 10. Then we got x squared times x cubed. We got to add those exponents. 2 and 3 makes 5. Then I'm going to change my color again. We're going to go 2x cubed times 1x squared. 2 times 1 is positive 2. X squared times x squared is x to the fourth. And then one more term we got to multiply. We got to take the 2x cubed. Let's erase this off. And we have to multiply it by negative 3. So a positive 2 times a negative 3 is a negative 6. And then we got x squared to carry along. I'm going to keep going across, even though it goes into this other problem. We'll erase it before we do our last problem. Now, we're done here. Now we got to go to the negative 1. Changing the color. So I'm going to take negative 1 times each one. So negative 1 times 5 is negative 5. Carry the x cubed. Negative 1 times a positive x squared is a negative x squared. And a negative 1 times negative 3 is positive 3. So what did we do here? Let's just take a quick look again. So we took our negative 3x squared and multiplied it by each term. Then we took our positive 2x squared and multiplied it by each term. And then finally, we took our negative 1 and multiplied it by each term. And this is what we got. So now we got to combine our like terms. Start with the biggest exponent. So x to the 6 is the biggest. I only see this 1 here, so it's 15x to the 6. That takes care of that. Now let's look at the x to the 5th. We got 3 of them and 10 of them. That gives me 13x to the 5th. Boom, gone. Now, x to the 4th. I see these two. Gone. Now let's look at our x cubes. I got a negative 9 and a negative 5. That makes it negative 14x to the thirds. They're gone. Then I got a negative 6 and a negative 1 x to the 7th. That makes, or x to the second, that makes negative 7x to the second. And then I've got a plus 3. Now you can see our answer is written in standard form from the biggest exponent all the way down to the end. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. There aren't any ones. And then we got x to the 0, which is just 1. All right. So we did that one. We're going to do the same thing with the next problem. It's still a trinomial times a trinomial. The only difference is we've got more letters. And we're just adding the exponents. Let's not make it too difficult. Same letter, multiplying, add the exponents. That's it. All right, here we go. I'm going to clean this up a little bit. So let's move this out of here. Make some room. La 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 la. All right, looking good. I'm going to use the whole board when we multiply this because I want to be able to put it right across for you guys again. So here we go. We're going to take the 3x cubed y and multiply it by each term. So a positive times a positive is a positive. We got 3 times 1 is 3. See, I'm writing it way over here so that we can use the whole board. Then we've got a x to the third times x to the 1. 3 and 1 makes 4. Y to the 1 times y to the 1. 1 and 1 makes 2. So we've done the first term. Now we got to go to the second. A positive 3 times a negative 7 is a negative 21. X to the third times x squared, 3 and 2 makes 5. Y1 times y3, that's 3 and 1 makes 4. So that takes care of that one. Now we've got 3x to the third y times 1, which is going to be just 3x to the third y. So we're done with this. We've completed that. Now we've got to do our next term. Here we go. Negative xy times each one. A negative times a positive is a negative. X times x is x squared. Y2 times y1 is y3. Then negative times a negative is a positive. 1 times 7 is 7. X to the 1 times x squared, 2 and 1 makes 3. Y squared, y cubed, 2 and 3 makes 5. And then negative xy squared times 1 is just negative xy squared. So we've done this one. All done. Now we've got to do the 2. Let's pick a nice pretty color for the 2. How about a blue? So I'm going to take this 2 times each term. So 2 times xy is positive 2xy. A positive times a negative is a negative. 2 times 7 is 14. Carry your variables along. And then 2 times 1 is 2. Look at all of this. I wonder if we have any like terms in here. We're going to start right from the left end, and we're going to write it all out. So I've got an x to the fourth y squared. Do any of the other terms have an x to the fourth y squared? No. So I'm going to just write that. 3x to the fourth y squared. Gone. Now x to the fifth, y to the fourth, any of those? No. 21 x to the fifth, y to the fourth. No like terms there. X cubed y. Do I have any x cubed y's? No. So I got plus 3x cubed y. Gone. Now x squared y cubes. I got this and I've got this. I don't see any other ones. So negative 1 and negative 14 is negative 15. X squared y cubed. Gone. Gone. Now x cubed y5, I don't see any of those, so we're just going to bring it down. And then I have a negative xy squared. I've got a positive 2xy and a plus 2. Look at all those terms in our answer. The last thing I want to do is I want to add the exponents because I'm going to put them in order by which one's the biggest. So let's add all of our exponents. 4 and 2 is 6. 5 and 4 is 9. 3 and 1 is 4. 2 and 3 is 5. 3 and 5 is 8. 2 and 1 is 3. 1 and 1 is 2 and none. So the biggest is the 9. So I'm going to put that one first. Negative 21, x to the 5th, y to the 4th. That takes care of the 9. Then we have this 8 over here, plus 7, x cubed, y to the 5th. Then the next biggest number is the 6, plus 3, x to the 4th, y squared. Then the next is the 5th, negative 15, x squared, y cubed. And then 4, 3, x cubed, y. And then minus x, y squared, plus 2xy, plus 2. And we are done. We put our like terms together, and I hope this was helpful. I know it was a lot of work, but in reality, it's not that difficult. You're just combining like terms when you're adding at the end. And before that, when you multiply, just add the exponents. Same variable letter, the same letter, with you can multiply together and add their exponents. That's all there is to it. It looks long, it probably looks hard, but it's more about paying attention to detail when you're doing these problems. I hope this helped. If you have any comments, please leave them. And I wish you would subscribe. Thank you.